We'll wrap up. Just a quick note on USF football, which I've been covering this season. It's not been a great season. Obviously, they lost again last week at home at homecoming day, and now their quarterback, Gerry Bohanon, who people may remember from playing at Baylor last year, very good quarterback, went through the portal, came to USF, but he's really been their only offense this year, whatever offense they've had, but he went out with a shoulder injury last week. He's out for the year. Who knows if he comes back next year or not. And the bowl season just continues to go down the tubes.
Yeah, I saw the Temple game last week on ESPN2, and again last night they were on with Tulsa. And it was a very good game the first 3 quarters. It was, I think, 17-10 at halftime. Tulsa came back to take the lead, and I didn't see the very end of the game. With 2 minutes to go, I think Tulsa was up like 24-17.
Yeah.
So I don't know the final score, but Temple made a run at them, but they're not quite good enough to win consistently. They're like USF.
Yeah. So Jeff Scott, the coach there, under fire a bit. Although this is not a huge college football town where it's news every day, but he's in his third year, and people are wondering if they're going to bring him back next year or not. He's had so many injuries. I mean, that's not his fault, but they have not played well, even without the injuries being a factor.
Well, also the difficulty is, I mean, let's face it, trying to, induce fans to come to the games.
Very difficult.
You said the other day when you were there, they announced 10,000.
They announced 30,000 last week, and there's half of that.
Yeah, that's
Let's be honest.
I don't necessarily see the sense of doing that. I mean,
no. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, everybody that's there, and I didn't see anything in the paper about, but Temple did the same thing for years. They would announce 25,000 were there when maybe there was 7,000.
Right,
there.
right.
I don't understand the sense of that.
And of course, USF, they want to build that stadium on campus, and having a losing team like this doesn't help. So, we wish them well. It's my alma mater, second alma mater, so I'd like to see them do well. But boy, since really the last Willie Taggart year, about 7-8 years ago, they have just really been terrible.
Well, Temple's the same way. I mean, they keep talking about building a new stadium on campus, but first of all, they don't have the money. It's a state school. They don't have the money. The state doesn't have the money right now to fork over to build a stadium. No. Neither does the city of Philadelphia or the county or the surrounding area. And they're just not going to get a stadium built because, to me, to build a stadium to, take care of 7,000 fans doesn't make very much sense.
Not worth it at all. Anyway, the USF has a bye week this week. Next week they travel to Houston, which is going to be another very tough task. Houston's not great this year, but they're one of the teams that's moving over to a new league next year, and they don't want to lose to USF.
Well, they've had big meetings this last week about trying to expand this playoff system to 12 instead of what we have right now by 23. They did not resolve the problem over the weekend. They've scheduled another meeting. They said they were still hopeful. I think they broke up on Thursday night or Friday and said they were unable to come to a decision. But they want to get it to 12, and they will.
Yeah.
It's all about the money.
Oh, yeah. And, another week of games?
Yeah.
Sure, they'll do it.
And they have to wait another year for Texas and Oklahoma to come in. So that's another thing. So we'll wait and see. But the big conferences are taking over. There's no question about that.